All right, everybody. Hello and welcome. This is Lucy the Bold. We are in Tainted Grail, the fall of Avalon. Let's get back into the game. Hopefully, my microphone is working. I got a brand new one. Um, if you can't hear me for some reason, please let me know in the comment section during this broadcast. That way, I can try to take care of it. I did a recording prior to starting this video. It came out perfectly, so I don't see any issues upcoming with it. One of the things that I have found, and I wanted to show you guys, with the new DLC, okay, you get armor now for your horse. So this is the armor that you get. All right. The other thing is, and we gotta go up here to one of my chests. I've found some new stuff. New armor. Okay, let's see here. Go underneath take. So there is the Four Dweller mask. It's brand new to the game. All right. Excellent. Yeah, I can hear it. Okay. So it is working. My spouse has got it up and running on her computer, so I do know it's working. The Four Dweller leggings, that is also new. All right. And then this is the Four Dweller hand wraps and the Four Dweller tunic. That's new. The other thing that I found that I've received that's new is you get some hair of Lancelot's horse. It's a weapons relic. It's unknown. I have put these into my weapons, but I never seen any benefit from them. So I'm currently keeping them. Boar's Might Stone, also brand new. Scale from the Green Knight's armor, also new. The Four Dweller's Tooth. Okay. King Arthur's Foot Wrap, which when I talked to the librarian here in the Horns of the South, he said that Arthur had sustained an injury and, that's what these wrappings are from. Galahad's Bone. A splint from Merlin's staff. And finally, Guinevere's left glove. Like I said, I've put each one of these things into my armor sets or into my weapon sets, but I never had any luck with them. This is the last one that I found. It's called the Toe of the Giant. So I don't know. Maybe they don't become active in this, or maybe you have to put them into a specific type of armor or weapon set. Maybe I'm not sure. I just don't know, because as a magic user, I don't use 10 points of endurance and 5 points of practicality, not at level 24. So in fact, all right, just to kind of let you know what I've been doing. All right, I have been making food like there's no tomorrow. Food, I've been crafting potions, and then I sell. And then I buy more, or I find more stuff, and then I sell. So I'm up to $63,000, okay? And currently, what I am wearing is a dented iron helmet because it doesn't have any prerequisites. And then I put in the Eternal Guardian Seal, which increases my maximum health by 6%, and an Unfading Ember, which ignites enemies when they hit in close combat. Okay, I also have this one. Now, I don't have 4 in practicality yet, so It's not going to increase my healing, incoming healing by 20% until I get that last one put into practicality. I'm wearing the Amulet of the Waning Moon. Okay, increases my spell power by 10%, increases magic critical chance by 10%, increases max mana by 10%. Then I'm wearing the Aged Metal Vest, and I put a slot into it, but I don't have anything that I can put into it yet. I'm also wearing the Chipped Steel Gauntlets. My rings that I'm using is the Ring of Toughness, which gives me 25 more pounds so that I can sit there and carry. And then the other ring is Camelot's ring. That's a brand new ring. Increases maximum health by 10% or 10, and then increases maximum stamina by 5. Because right now at this level, if I use a bow, my mana goes, or my stamina goes down really quickly. And then I have a pair of the Torn Keeper's pants. Boots, I'm wearing the Traveler's boots because they give me increased movement speed. And then this is new too. It shows you what your horse is wearing. Okay, so far that's the only armor that I've found for my horse. Alright, weapons. I'm using currently the Winter Crone's Wrath. Alright, as a spell. Okay, and then I have Thunder Lash, which shoots a lightning shock, jumps between up to 5 enemies. It's pretty sweet, I'm telling you. The bow is the Volcanic Tree Bow, and then I added 2 runes of burning to it. This is a brand new one that I've never had before, and it's currently my favorite spell. It's a AoE. It takes 3 seconds for it to go off. So basically, you plant it and you see the enemy, you put it on their feet, on the ground, and then you cast it, and then 3 seconds later, they get electrocuted. So it's pretty sweet. I'm also using Gridlows. They are very hardy little tank guys that last quite a while in combat. And then I'm using the Essence Channeler, and I have a Blight Opal, which inflicts poison, and then I have an Incandescent Pearl, which inflicts burn. For my bow, I'm using copper arrows. I do have flaming arrows. And then on my shield, I have the Kite Shield with the Feral Charm times 2 of them, to increase physical damage. The food I'm using is the Sea Soup. That's also a new one. I've never been able to make it before. And I will tell you one thing. When you are making foods, there is a lot of things that you can make by just using the experimental, and I'll show you that here in a minute. And then I'm using the digestive tincture and greater mana potions. Okay, let's see here. Character, my stats. Okay, this is what my stats look like for strength. Athletics, that's anytime I'm running, anytime I'm jumping, anytime I'm sprinting, that goes up. And then one-handed is going up too. I don't use anything that's two-handed, and I don't punch things. I would love to be able to punch stuff in this game. The game is way too deadly to bare fist something at least for me, because I'm not set up to be a one-punch person. Endurance, okay. Medium and heavy armor, because of the armor that I'm wearing. My stat scores are going up because of that. Dexterity, archery, evasion, agility, sneak, and theft. Spirituality, magic is up to level 60. And practicality, alchemy, cooking, those are my 2 highest ones. Handcrafting is doing stuff at the workbench. All right. Let's see here. Attributes. Okay, I have an 11 in spirituality because I'm a caster. Practicality is a 3. Perception's 4. And then attribute. Nope, sorry. This. Oh, not going to show me that. Okay, that's an issue. Skill trees. There we go. So, first thing I did was when I started playing with this character last week, is I put points into mercantile skills. Selling items is 50% more profitable now. Okay, that's really important. You can do this one too if you're making a lot of food dishes. You can put points into it. Perception, I don't have anything into. Spirituality, I'm going between my summons, which is my skeletons, and these points here allow me to have more summons with more mana. So every time I put a point in, then it costs me less to be able to summon them. So then I have more spell power. And if a summons dies, okay, my other summons get 10% health as well as myself. So if I'm taking damage and my people are getting killed, as long as I keep spawning them, I'm doing okay. Currently, I'm putting points into prepared rituals, which reduces the amount of mana reserved by the summons, which gives me more to use. The other thing I'm doing is combat. Your spell power is increased by 50% now. So it's 10% per button. And then after you cast a spell, this is called charged cantrips, your next spell with a lower base mana cost has a 25% increased chance to do critical hits. Alright. So that's a good one. And then general buffs. I am doing this because this is where you get your extra mana from. So I got 2 more spots to fill, and then I have movement speed multiplier. So I don't use, what it does is when I'm running, the multiplier increases my spell power by the same amount. So that's what I'm doing. I don't have anything in strength. In endurance, I have a couple points into here to increase my maximum health, and then I'll eventually put more into that spot. Dexterity, I don't have anything into here at all. Normally I would put things into the bow, but I'm planning on going full bore magic before too long. Quest-wise, what I am currently working on is at some point I need to go get the pumpkin seeds from the skeletal farmers. This is the one that I've started, okay? I failed at it because I couldn't kill all 3 of the stag fathers deer. So let's get back to the game. I'm going to take a real quick break, and I'll check my chat window, and then we'll get started. All right, everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. Um, so yeah, one of the things I wanted to mention too is I wanted to say thank you. I currently have 2,178 subscribers to my channel on YouTube. That is awesome. It is great. Let's come over here. So
Just
one of the
another
new
peaceful
things that I've
moment.
found too is he is giving me new quests from time to time, things to do, sets to make, those type of things. So I have to keep checking back in with him. And one of the things that I am doing, excuse me, the Flayed Drowner's Caprice. I got the carapace, the chest piece. I just need to make the helmet, and for that I need 5, 4 tongues. 4 drowner tongues. So let's go on a murder spree. Hopefully it's not me getting murdered. That happens quite a bit in this game. You just have to kind of expect it. Alright, we're going to go over here. Okay. Oh. So they haven't reset since I was down here. I love these guys. Yeah, they're aggressive. I just point them in the general direction and off they go. Go get him, guys. Okay, we need ground guys. Now, Newell is behind that door there. We can't go to him yet because we have to get a special thing from the captain. And to do that, I've got to kill, I believe it's Galahad. And we're going to do that tonight. The way you guys can watch me die horribly. See, Galahad's a righteous bastard. But I'm hoping that this new spell will help take him out. Boom! I don't think it's going to be that easy, but you never know. Alright, let's go up here and see. In fact, I probably should put myself on the quest. Yeah, Blood Abomination, man, she was some pain, and so was the Mist Bearer. They've changed those two up a little bit. Scourge of the Sea, he hits really hard now. But these are the rest of them that I have fought with. The Weird Deer, that was a really cool one. He's like half owl, half deer, you know, and on the map, let's see here, the Hunter's Camp. You get that quest from him. So, alright, can't do that one yet. This is also a new quest, and I have not been able to find this person. So, I don't know where they are at, but I have literally talked to everybody that I come across. Okay, Dillian, a man sent from Camelot, is paying bounties for each slain bandit, which I've been doing. Alright. But we gotta go up here to this castle. It's part of the quest with the captain. Normally you won't be able to just walk in here because these guys will attack you, but because of my pin, I can get in. Now these guys are going to all come down here eventually. Okay, one of the things I want to do is and I'm gonna drink some stuff, but what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna speed through the dialogue. Okay. Flame resin, that won't work. But I am going to use this. Alright.
I can hear you.
Yeah,
It's shine. Waving out. Normally I throw you. Where'd you get it?
Now he's going to put a circle up around here, so I can't hide behind anything. That is also something that's new. I used to go over there into that corner by those bookcases where he can't hit you.
You mean you found Carrot? I see. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. So what do you want then?
Okay, the captain of the One Horns to the south has to kill you, blah, 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 blah. This funeral, the people that are burning to the right, is people that he found to be unworthy.
Marvelous.
Now people are going to rush down the stairs. The best thing to do is get back here, kind of stuff. Because here they come. Oh. Well. Get some more of this stuff. If I don't get rid of these guys. Okay, that's one of them.
strike you down!
Well, it worked really well. Alright, that looks like that's all of them. Now we can go loot them. Nice. I'm not picking up the lumber because the lumber is heavy. Alright, they're dipshitting us. His stuff. We can get some money selling his stuff. As far as I know, I can't get over there. I'm really surprised that I survived that encounter without at least one death. If you should happen to die, restart it right from the beginning. Oh, I'm overweight. Alright. I'm at 194. Okay, this stuff is heavy, so we're going to drop it. The Royal Butcher. Alright. Now, going to come to the fun part. Will we be attacked on the way out or not? They are Camelot soldiers.
You disturb my peace.
Alright. We have another dodge.
Back to your...
Somebody's shooting arrows at us still. We gotta wait till things cool down just a little bit. Oh, there's somebody. Oh, he one-shotted me. Now hopefully I'll come up by the checkpoint.
Remain vigilant.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Tis my...
You'll pay for that!
You're not... You're nothing but a peasant!
I might be a
Show
peasant,
me
but I
what you're
survived.
made of.
I got the heck out of Dodge. Alright, we are going to go over here. Travel. Okay, excellent. We made it without getting killed. Shooey. stash our weapons, because these guys will take offense.
Oi! Keep your hands where I can see them. One wrong move, and you'll lose them.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah? I do. What are you doing here? And you, but I really hope you... Oh, you want an understanding? With me, a warrior from the Ophir tribe? Piss off or I'll shove my axe up your arse.
I love their polite, gentle talking. Not every day you get to have an axe shoved up your ass. Alright, so somebody's laying in that one. Yeah. Yep. Oh, good, yay, we get to talk to the king.
Much the same. He was a fierce warrior, determined to win at any cost. I watched him closely, and I found him too consumed by cruelty. That is why I chose Seawall and Palamedes as my closest confidants, not him. Yet this Galahad still seems devoted to Camelot and the old ways, and he remains just as fierce.
Well, I didn't even get to ask any questions. Come on, what's up with that? Okay. 2:30 in the morning. 7 a.m. Alright, let's charge up the hill here. If you decided to sit there and take something out of anything, since you would immediately be attacked. If you decide to do that, we'll have to kill everybody in the tribe. Or, if you decide that you don't want to do that, after you've done it, you can reload the game to an earlier setting.
Oh, look who's here. Has the destiny of the South graced my humble abode?
I did my part. Galahad is
That's
dead.
wonderful news. You have no idea what a favour you've done for the South. Now we'll finally be independent and safe. Because sometimes the best defence is a good offence. We were backed into a corner. You know, it was us or him. First off, he represented Camelot, and we're done with their influence.
Typically, I
No
don't
more
like this
of
guy.
their wars.
You know?
Second, after the massacre of One Eye's tribe,
But if
his
you kill
death
him,
was convenient for
there
both
are
of us.
certain things you
And when the
can't do.
tribes finally unite and come down from the mountains, there's a good chance they might leave us alone. He figured me out. He knew what I'd discovered, and he wanted to stop me. And trust me, what I found is going to change the South's history. Proof that Camelot is rotten to the core, and that allying with the tribes is the right choice. I didn't plan to tell you, but my one-eyed friend convinced me. Since you took down Galahad, you deserve to know. As a reward for your help, I'll share this secret with you. Here, take this seal. In the sunken village, you'll find the entrance to Seawall's crypt. Everyone knows the story of how the evil druid sealed and flooded the place. It's true. Well, at least part of it. But the real story is why they sealed and flooded it. One Eye broke the old seals and replaced them with his own. If you want to see what Camelot was so desperate to hide, you'll find your answers there. They thought drowning a village would keep it secret.
So if you were to kill him, okay, you don't get to do that quest. Plus, once he goes back to the Horns of the South, to his castle fortress, you can talk to him again, and he'll give you another quest to fix the Gong. Okay, you need to be able to fix the Gong, so even if you don't like this guy, I advise not killing him.
Behind the statue, you'll find where to use the seal. Once you do, you'll see that history is very different from what we've been telling ourselves. If that doesn't convince you that Camelot's foundations are more crap-coloured than tinged with ivory, then nothing will. I won't tell you anything more. I'd hate to spoil the surprise. I'll catch up with you later, and we'll talk. I'm sure you'll understand exactly what I mean.
Okay, so One Eye gave us the sigil. So now we need to go back out here. Alright, let me check my chat windows while I'm going through the doorway. And I do have call-in on in case if you are interested in contacting me, you can actually join through a call or you can chat with me when I'm not in combat. Okay, and thank you to everyone who is currently watching. Looks like I have a few people.
Don't trust Cam Days.
See if she's
Careful.
got anything new for us.
Legs snap easy. You must really like it here, huh?
Yeah.
It's strange. I've spent most of my life barely seeing anybody who was an evoker, let alone anybody outside Del Rida. And I definitely haven't met many people willing to come up and chatter endlessly at me.
I'm going to pick this one because I had to test a potion that made me cluck.
Aye, you've proven that for sure. Why? My tribe is lost. They've been stumbling around in the dark, but when even my own sister turned her back on me, I gave up. One Eye's campaign felt like a gift from Mother. First one since I was born. Aye, an older one. I thought she'd help me bring the Voker back to what we used to be, but she turned out just like the rest of them. She only cared about her books, no the tribe. We fought about it so much, until I finally told her to leave, and she just did. Never even looked back.
Right. So when you go to Knoth, there's a bookstore, and it's her sister that owns the bookstore that you'll end up talking to. And she'll talk about her sister.
My tribe believes Mother has abandoned us, that we deserve it. Maybe they're right, but I don't think the answer is just to give up and wait for death. We need to prove that we're worthy of being her children again. And I believe the... Stay out of trouble.
I didn't ask about One Eye because I've already talked to her about it. It's one of the things that just comes up. I think this guy we can sell stuff to.
Still doesn't tell me anything. First, you showed up here like a dimwit. Now you're walking around camp like it's nothing. I look into your eyes and I don't know whether you're made of steel or you're just a fool. But you are here, and Maven didn't chop you to pieces with her axe. The runes seem to favour you, even though you're an outsider. I guess that has to be enough, for now. It's still more than you should expect. If you need something, talk to Vran. She's in charge. The woman. Go. Bring glory to your...
Who is it? Maybe it's this guy.
Mabon just let you in like that? That's not like her. My brother sure wouldn't have let you in if he were still on gate duty. But since you're here, it's only polite to introduce myself. Welcome to the camp. I'm Sobder of the Svein tribe, hunter and cook. Ah, that poor soul over by the rocks doesn't really respond to anyone anymore. His name's Groder. Not long ago, he was a strong warrior. But now, it pains me to even look at him. I asked Therov, our mage, if there's any way to help him. But he insists there's nothing to be done. Nobody really knows. He went out hunting one day, came back empty-handed and out of his mind. I mean, he walks around, mutters to himself, but it's not like he's really there. Therov claims there isn't, but I think he's hiding something. There's got to be a way. I doubt Groder's the only one who's ever suffered like this. And if anyone would know about curing magic, it's the Hude. I don't know why Therov won't talk. Maybe he doesn't like us. But where are my manners? I shouldn't bother you with my personal problems.
Okay. Talk to this guy if we can. All right.
Getting restless. Groder walks in another world. His body is here, but his mind is lost. To Dalriata, madness is the worst fate we can face. Therov prefers not to imagine where Groder's mind wanders. Therov prefers not to look at the lost brother. Therov pities them both. Therov hails from the Tainted tribe, while the brothers are Svein. Therov prefers not to interfere in Svein matters, out of respect for their independence. Aye, there is wisdom in that, Wanderer. And it's true, Therov may have a solution that could help, but no Dalriata would take on this task.
Oh, of course not.
All signs suggest that Groder is slipping into madness, and though we are brave people, every man's madness is different. When you don't know what you're going to fight, you don't know how to fight. And if you don't know how to fight, you can't be sure you'll win. That's why no Dalriata can help Groder. Sobder would like to help, but he's a simple soul and doesn't understand the deadly danger he might face. Truly, a wanderer willing to help a stranger from the tribes. That's honourable of you. Therov is willing to share his knowledge. Give this potion to Groder and hold his hand. It should give you access to his soul. With a bit of luck, you'll find Groder there himself. And maybe you'll be able to convince him to come back. Either way, Therov offers you his highest respect. What you're attempting is brave indeed. Good luck, Wanderer. May Mayfair's grace guard your mind.
I always like these people. Okay. Yeah, let me make sure I'm on that quest. Altars of Madness. Alright, I'm here.
I don't know, that's a whole other place you don't want to be at.
fill. Oh, I'm going to need a different spell. Out here, because this is what I'm using. I want to have control of my gridlock. Oh, there he is. Oh, yep.
I don't know what's happening to me. It's so strong. Sobder. I hear him calling me. But I can't answer him. Help me, brother. You. Where did you come from? Where are we? Do you know the way out of here? We have to get out of here now. Thank you.
Okay. No. You left me in here by myself. That wasn't so bad. It's also a new quest.
Well, if it isn't my personal savior, sit down, friend. Better, that's for sure. Thanks to you, I can finally get back to normal. You don't know how much I missed sitting around the fire with my little brother, eating his legendary venison stew. Nothing better.
Sounds good, venison stew.
A tear in the weirdness. I'm sure of it now. I spoke with Derov, described what I saw and felt, and he told me it was the weirdness. Either way, I never want to go back there. Made a deal with Sobder that if I ever start losing it again, he'll split my skull and forget all about our traditions. And being the good little brother he is, I know he'll do it. I'm gonna sit here until my strength comes back. Then I'll do whatever One Eye orders me to do. Speaking of loyalty and good deeds, here, Take this talisman as a sign of our friendship. It's fine steel and weird deer antler. If you're ever in our lands, my people will know it and welcome you.
Oh, cool. So that's something you'll want to keep on you.
It does. Each of us makes our own talisman on the day we're given the name. So from today, you might as well call yourself Groder. May the weirdness never swallow you. I don't recommend it.
Nothing ever happens.
I like it. It's a good quest. Alright, let's see if we can trade yet.
The Wanderer saved Groder. Thereof is proud. He'll be fine. He's back with us, safe. He'll recover soon. And, if not, at least he'll be aware if someone challenges him to a duel. We'll give him a good death. You don't have to understand. You're not Dalriata. Some would rather die standing than live on their knees. Unlike the folk of Camelot, for instance. Go. Bring...
Okay. Open shop, yay. Because they have good stuff in here sometimes. You do have to go through a lot to get it. Oh, yes. Crushed Pilgrim's Bone. Yum, 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 yum. +1 attribute to points permanently. A little expensive, but it's worth it. Nice. Swift hands and swift steps. The Cranium Crusher. Too bad I wasn't a fighter. Flame Garger outfit. Okay. Great club. I guess. I mean, I'm only going to get a few pennies worth out of them. I saw in the back. Might as well get them, buy them, and read them. Once you get done clicking on them, they don't have that little round silver whitish colored emblem. Okay. And then Great Beast Bone. And then that's the sigil. Alright, let's open up the shop because we got stuff to sell. Oh, he's giving me $400 a piece. $200. Nice. It's a nice looking armor, but you know, I can't wear it. These are also new. The Steakfather's Tonic decreases stamina usage when drawing a bow by 90% for 60 seconds. The Rapid Shooters Mixture is also new. Now the Trick Shot Potion, I think that was around before, because I seem to remember using it with my archer. And then the Hunter's Luck, that's been around for a while, allows you to retrieve your arrows unbroken. And the Spear of the Ancient Hero, the nice spear, can be used by anybody, to be quite honest. Alright, there's my cheese, Rumpel's Revenge. Where you can turn people into cheese once you get it. Alright, let's go
Acting like a fool won't
here.
get you far around here.
And now we need to go down here because we're going to go into there. Every time you come up here, you gotta be prepared for combat. Which also means all these guys are coming back too now. Love the combat music in the game. No, there's one more over there, but there's probably some in the building. Let's go inside of here. Yes, the chest where you get the summon keepers at. This gate usually will be closed. You have to jump off one of the two balconies and flip that switch there. These guys will not attack you. They used to, originally. When the game first started, these guys would get up and fight you.
I know this place. I remember it, although my memory is still clouded.
Oh, hey.
I was here with Merlin. We had a disagreement about something important. It was here that the idea of how to end the war with the Four Dwellers first took shape. But what happened next is still unclear. I don't remember. And yet, I know it had something to do with Seawall, a place of his eternal rest. But something is wrong. It doesn't feel like a tomb. Be cautious.
All right. Anything strange? I think they used some rats in this. I think I remember there was, but maybe not. Suspended animation.
You are not him. You are different. The Dauriata promised me revenge. They understand what happened here. Everyone who comes here has the right to ask. I was the most loyal of Arthur's men. I was the first to go ashore and take on any danger that might arise in this new and unfamiliar land. Then came the war. I fought by his side, shielded him with my own body. I trusted him. But Arthur wanted more. Arthur longed to possess a power equal to that of our enemies. So Merlin decided our king must first become immortal. Only then could he achieve greatness. But Merlin made volunteers, trusted people to go first to make sure that his methods were effective. So we wouldn't risk Arthur's life in trying to grant him immortality. They thought I had died, so they buried me. Arthur's greed and Merlin's obsession made me what I am now. Arthur should have made sure. They thought I was dead, but I heard.
Okay, let's see here.
Arthur doomed his people to eternal suffering. Their names forgotten. Their loyalty abused. He sacrificed the lives of the noblest of men. And this is the greatest possible betrayal. We cannot be helped. We cannot be killed. The Daliata promised to burn down Camelot, avenge the memory of all my brothers. Camelot was built on betrayal. People have the right to live in truth. When Camelot falls, we will finally be free. Build a new world. Let the dead leave this one.
Well, technically, though, he's still going to be in two. Not going to get any justification out of it. There we go. All right. And I think I've built something like this and then shrouded. Oh, here's the captain.
And? What do you think? Ah, they're just fools. Somebody made a stupid mistake in the past. Somebody else decided to cover it up. Somebody came up with traditions and stories to mask what was done. And for hundreds of years, fools were eating it up because the lies were easier to believe. Really, there's no point in invoking tradition any longer, because it's worth shit. The only thing that matters is safety and loyalty towards the one who can provide it. And honestly, I don't believe the ones running this entire circus will protect anyone but themselves. Well, now we found ourselves in what I'd probably call a clusterfuck. And somehow you unwittingly became the most important person in the region, because your decision will change how the entire situation unfolds. You see, my boys from the Horns of the South are split down the middle. Some will back me, but others won't, understand what I'm trying to do. The latter, like Feargas, are the traditionalists, and they know me a little bit too well. If I came to them with this revelation, they'd think it was a conspiracy. But if someone from the outside, someone Feargas trusts, steps in and convinces him, you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, let's see here. I guess that makes sense.
That's what I wanted to hear. I knew I could count on you. Go talk to Feargas, get him to visit this place. After you're done, please visit me in the temple. I just hope Feargas shows some sense and doesn't let his pride take over.
All right. Okie doke. Now we need to go talk to Fergus. Fergus? Oh, that's might be funny. And we'll set up our little bonfire. Your jump gets higher too the more you jump, so just so that you know. Really important to be jumping a lot. I think that's the main thing. Come back here. Ooh, scorching pathway. I can almost use that. I don't remember if we killed any bandits or not.
Please, state your business. Again, you really like killing, don't you? Go chop off some heads.
He's an interesting person to talk to. He's, I would say, in nowadays terms, he would be a serial killer. And you can find out by talking to him. Alright. Fergus.
Oh, really? And here I thought the Horns of the South had no secrets left to hide from me. But go ahead. Surprise me. Have I ever mentioned I'm not a big fan of your sense of humor? Now, tell me what you really want, or walk away. In silence, preferably. This isn't funny. I'm no Galahad, burning people at the stake for heresy, but I don't appreciate this kind of behavior either. Still, judging by the look on your face, you actually believe you've stumbled onto something important. All right then. I'll go and check it out. See what's got you so worked up. It might even be nice to get out of here for a change. I saw what you wanted me to see. We need to talk. Honestly, I'm not sure what to think. Everything I believed has been seriously challenged. I need some time to get used to it. Why did you show this to me? Because it could be that I'd be better off not knowing. What they did to Seawall is unthinkable and absolutely unforgivable. What will the other keepers say? What will happen to the Horns of the South? And what about Camelot? Everything we believed was a lie.
Okay, what you believed and what you did with that belief are two entirely different things. You should put your faith in the future, not your past.
You're right. In the end, it doesn't matter what Camelot was back then. What matters is what we are now. And we did everything in our power to keep the South safe, and to keep our lighthouse on through every storm. But this will be the end of the Horns of the South. No young man will join our ranks when hundreds of years of our history are gurgling down the drain. Any ideas?
Let's see here. You're the fortress that stood up against Camelot's corruption and got rid of Galahad. You're the ones who found a way to forge peace with the tribes. that nobody believed was possible. You didn't let the past break you. You decided to remake your own future. Well, let's see here. There we go.
It sounds better than the alternative. That we're a bunch of fools believing in children's fables of knightly honor, valor, and purity. And we'll have to give everyone some hope to cling to after the truth about Seawall comes out. All right. I assume Brandon put you up to this, so you can go and congratulate him. He won. I'll support this case, if only for the safety and well-being of our boys. I don't have to like it one bit, but I can try to make it easier for the garrison.
That's a good Fergus. Alright, I'm going to take a real quick break. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. I should probably go back up there during morning time. So, hey, 2 attributed points. One of them is from that consumable. Let's put a point into practicality and then into spirituality. All right, and then health. Okay. Now we gotta go. We'll go talk to the captain, and then we'll set up a bonfire so we can talk to Arthur.
Nothing ever happens.
Up, still needs stealing. There is some good stuff around here. I would recommend if you're going to murderize everybody, wait until after you're done with everything, and then do it.
Ah, you're back. So, what news do you bring? Did you talk to Feargas? Good. Just as I expected. I do feel for the boy. He really loved Camelot. Probably the last truly loyal keeper. But he had to know the truth. I knew his honour wouldn't let him hide it from the others in the Horns. Nicely done. Now, I'll get One Eye, and together we'll go to the Horns with the good news. Not everyone will be happy about it, but that's for me to deal with. Those who don't support us will be released from their oath, and I'll ensure they're safe until they leave the south. After that, whatever they choose to do is up to them.
All right.
Brothers, today marks a new chapter in the history of the Horns of the South. Today, we put an end to fear and poverty. I understand your pain. I know you feel helpless in the face of the looming terror of the weirdness. Camelot has abandoned us, brothers. For years, they've given us no aid. All they do is take our resources, send us to senseless slaughter, and keep us in the dark. Camelot doesn't see us as equals. They've forgotten Seawall Firstfoot's legacy and the promise King Arthur made to us. We were meant to stand as equals. We were meant to be just as powerful as them. And all this time, do you know what they've done to the founder of the Horns of the South? For over 600 years, Seawall has been alive, forgotten by King Arthur and all of Camelot. You don't have to take my word for it. Seawall's tomb is open. Go and see for yourselves. I say, enough. Enough of being fed a rotten myth that turned out to be one great lie. We swore loyalty to the torturers of one of the noblest knights to ever walk Avalon. I say, enough. We will no longer honour an oath made to dishonourable people. We won't let ourselves be exploited any longer. But, my brothers, I bring news. Galahad the Pure, the same Galahad who threatened to burn half our garrison at the stake, is dead. Galahad's death is our chance to break free from Camelot. Enough lies. No more risking everything for those who only know how to take. You're probably wondering, how can we protect the South on our own? How can we defend ourselves when Camelot comes to reclaim their slaves? Yes, that's what we are to them. I know the lockdown of the fortress surprised you, and for that, I truly apologise, but it was necessary to keep you from attacking our new allies, the Del Rita tribes, led by One Eye.
I know, my brothers, I know. This must be a shock, especially since I didn't share my plans with you earlier. But hear me out. Thanks to this alliance between the Orns of the South and the Dalriada tribes, we are securing the safety of the South and our independence from Camelot.
The tribes will provide us with the military support our depleted ranks desperately need. The tribes will help us rid the South of the bandits who've plagued our people for years. Together, we'll share knowledge and resources to ensure a better future for all Southerners.
We will not drain your resources. In fact, we'll replenish your armories and fill your pantries. We'll stand together, fighting side by side to bring peace and order back to the South. In return, all we ask is your loyalty. If you see a brother from the Dalriada fight in the Camelotian, stand with our brother. That's all.
Of course, if anyone isn't in favour of this alliance, you have the right to leave the service. I declare a new era for the Horns of the South. Those who don't wish to help build this future are released from their oaths. To those who choose to stay, I promise a good life, and you won't face any more threats. Now, brothers, return to your duties and rest easy. The Horns of the South will endure, and soon we'll be stronger than ever before.
Alright, so what I always recommend to everybody now at this point is, in the game, is to go and speak with each one of the different characters. You know, all the important people and stuff. The people on the walls, you know, the officers, all that good stuff. And then, because they'll all have something different to say about all this. So since we're up here, let's go inside. We'll go talk to the librarian. Oh, he doesn't have anything to say for a change.
An honest matter. What do you need?
Two things. We're here for Excalibur, but we also want to become keepers, what I'm going to do this time.
Ah, right. See, the problem with Excalibur, or indeed any of King Arthur's blades, is that you need to prove you're worthy of wielding it. How are you supposed to do that? Hell knows. But if the pin that secured your entry to the Horns has led you here, I think I know what the one who gave it to you might have been thinking. You see, there are many different legends. According to one of them, there are a few places on Avalon where you can prove yourself worthy, whatever that means. And one of those places, as you can probably guess, is nearby. Have you seen the old Gong in the sunken village? Well, many years ago, when people still went to the woods for a shit instead of using a privy, it was part of a certain ritual. Only the people who passed the ritual could become keepers. Well, none of the living keepers were recruited that way, so we don't really know what happens during the ritual. That's why Galahad now appoints keepers and the captain chooses them. It's just safer that way. I only know that you need to sound the gong and then lie down to sleep at its base. If you wake up
I mean, when you wake up again in the morning, you'll know you've been deemed worthy. Unfortunately, the gong is broken, so first, you'll need to find a way to fix it, and since it's made of weird steel, that's not going to be easy, is it? Fortunately, Oshbrit should be able to help you. A little bird told me he likes to play with weird steel when nobody's looking. Just tell him I sent you, and he won't give you any trouble.
Okay.
Well, of course they tried. It turns out that the keepers who passed the ritual could hold it longer than anyone else. Maybe it'll be enough for what you need, and maybe something entirely different will happen. It's your risk and your decision. Then you'll have to find someone smarter than me, because I already told you everything I know. Well, I'm not going to lie. From what I've heard, many people never woke up. They fell into eternal slumber, so that's why we abandoned the tradition. And those who woke up were changed, and none of them ever wanted to say exactly what happened there. Go, and may the southern wind be in your favour. If you need anything from the old captain, you know where to find me.
Always get that ability to be able to sit there and kill him at any point. I still say wait if you're going to do it. Alright, let's go talk to the blacksmith.
Always good to have.
Oh, let's do this first.
Riordan's back, and with the dowry, no less. Bold move. Let's hope he knows what he's doing, or the keep's going to be in for one hell of a mess.
Why would you want to fix it? Do you even know what it is?
Take some advice from an old man. If there's a giant, ancient statue that somebody tried to turn to dust, they must have had a good reason for it.
Well, if you put it that way, then I suppose I have to tell you the truth. Otherwise, the terror from the sea will bite me in the ass while I bathe.
Of course I can fix it. I've been doing this kind of thing since I could swing a hammer. It's a skill we pass down from master to apprentice, generation to generation. Nothing fancy, just good old blacksmithing. Obviously, though, you'd have to bring me a couple things so that I can actually do it.
Alright, let's see here.
How did you, Oh, forget it. I don't even want to know. Just give me a moment.
Here, that should do it. Do whatever you need to if you're really sure about this. But please try to come back alive.
Okay, let's go down this way. And we're going to bring up our little buddy. Everything might have reset by now. Alright, good. It's still cool.
dares disturb my peace? You made an oath never to summon me again. Excalibur. Wait. Is it really you? You, who come from a time beyond. Show yourself before me.
It seems he speaks to me. Allow me to answer him.
Welcome, old friend.
I can see that you know me, but I am a mere shadow of my true self. I don't remember you, Lord of the Seas. Forgive me.
That's what you told me, my friend. The next time we see each other, you will not remember me. But you are here now. The will and the power led you back to this place. Even in this incomplete form.
Where should I look for myself? I wish to restore Avalon to its former glory, yet I don't know how.
Avalon's fate has never rested upon one person alone, not even one as great as King Arthur. Yet here you are, trying again, restless and eager to take the responsibility again. I salute you, my friend.
Tell me what I must do to be worthy to lead Avalon once more. I do not think I have the strength.
Your path is true. Seek wholeness, and Avalon will reveal what it needs from you. And yes, you need to touch Excalibur.
Thank you, my friend.
And you, mortal. You have given yourself to the king's service. You are worthy of a place among the keepers of the South. Arthur, take out your sword and fear no failure. It is yours to take. It always was. I deem you worthy, my friend. The promise I gave thy mother is fulfilled, and thus our pact is ended. You know where to look for your soul. Trust yourself, and when you reach your journey's end, I trust you will make the right choice.
Okay. Once you've done this and, Captain has met with the guard and Dalrita and stuff, then you still have to go back through and clear out all these areas. Once you do, then the keepers will be stationed out there and all the bandits will disappear.
Well, this is the new order of things now. — Not much I can do about it. I just hope Brandon doesn't forget his own people. Well, I'm actually quite curious about working with the Dauriada. I've heard they have an entire tribe of hunters. Wouldn't mind learning a thing or two from them.
Oh, I already know how to do the leather, so nothing new to sell. Okay. Alright, so we need to stick the bonfire up. Oh, stuck there.
Ah, look who is. It's the best of my friends. Oh, thank you for your support back there in the stocks. Always forgiving. If you find anything delicious, you know where to find me, eh? Brendan's back, eh? Ah, good man, that one. Always knows how to lift the mug and morale. The Dauriata know how to fight and how to drink. Two things this place could use more of. If Brendan's leading the charge, I'll raise a glass to that.
Okay.
It was the most painful thing I heard. I didn't know. I had no idea this is what happened to him. There were other things that required my attention. We were losing the war. I was needed everywhere. I should have paid more attention to what Merlin was doing. I shouldn't have let go. Yes, it seems we knew each other well during the war, and this proves that I sought allies beyond our own forces, and I trusted him enough to carry the knowledge of Excalibur. This must count for something.
Okay, so now other people's. Oh, maybe he's broken.
Please, state your business. Dragging those Dorita dogs back here? Oh, I'm not sticking around to see how that ends. Let someone else get their throat slit. Do you keep bandits' fingers as trophies? I would.
Sly bastard. No one else could have pulled off something like that. You won't hear me complaining, that's for sure. Brandon finally broke the decades-old crust that had grown over this place. Nothing thrives in stagnation, least of all trade. Now, this place might finally get a bit livelier. Personally, I can't wait to see where this goes. Well, off you go.
Interesting. They are using that to say. Alright, let's go up here. Now, before, you had to have magic potions or healing potions, because if you hold on the sword, it would drain your life and you didn't end up dying. So we'll see if that's still true.
I am his will, the fire that bends the world to his command. I am the blade that shapes kings and shatters tyrants.
Enough, Merlin. You can't keep throwing lives into this abyss. These experiments, they're destroying what remains of us.
Destroying us? They're what's keeping us alive. Do you think the Four Dwellers will stop for pity or mercy? Every soul we lose here saves 10 more on the battlefield. You told me to do this. You sanctioned this. And I'm close to getting it right. I know it.
No, we can't justify this. There's no victory worth such a cost.
You know full well, Arthur, that this isn't about victory. It's about survival. If we don't push these boundaries, there will be no future for your kingdom, for Avalon. You dream of peace, but without victory, there will be no peace to dream of. The path ahead is brutal, but if we relent now, we lose everything.
And yet we keep losing people and gaining nothing in return. We must change the path.
They volunteered for this.
They volunteered to save our kingdom. And you've gotten no closer to doing it. Their sacrifices cannot be in vain, Merlin. Find another way. Use your mind, your wisdom. Leave this slaughterhouse you've created behind.
A different way. That will take time. And resources we may not have. The enemy won't wait.
They will if I make them. Whatever it takes, I will buy you that time. Find me a weapon that wins this war without annihilating what we fight to protect.
Whatever it takes.
Yes. Let it be known that it was my decision, and I will bear the consequences of it.
Oh no, my king. People can never know. It was all my idea, and you knew nothing about it. All of us have our role to play. You are the leader, and they need to love you. If we win, you need to become more than a man. You need to become a symbol.
Alright, gotta set up a fire.
Merlin saw Avalon for what it was long before the rest of us. He told me that Tintagel wouldn't hold, not forever. That the weirdness would gnaw at our walls, at our minds, at our very bones, until nothing human remained. But he still fought to map a way forward, to carve some sense into this land. And in the end, the land swallowed him whole anyway. We were losing the battle at Tuathan's mouth, our last push before the weirdness took the field. Merlin was with us, bleeding, exhausted, but still weaving his spells. Then it came. Not a beast, not a man, not something we ever had words for. A shadow wearing 1,000 torn banners, moving like it had no shape of its own. Merlin raised his staff, spoke a name I didn't recognize. And then he was gone. Not killed, not struck down, just gone. Like the land itself had taken him back.
Alright, now we get a point, finally. There we go. That way, if we were to receive fatal damage, it will be revived.
Now, I remember. Before you judge me, it all seems so obvious now, doesn't it? The right thing to do. It wasn't back then, and you can trust me on that. We were on the brink of losing the war, and wars aren't won with wishful thinking. There was no clean path, no noble answer. Only the weight of reality pressing down on our necks. Something had to be done, or everything we fought for would have been in vain. And in the end, the ones who stepped forward, who chose to pay the price, made it possible. And their deaths gave Merlin the knowledge he needed to finish his work. To find something that could really turn the tide in our favor. I told him to stop the experiments on our men, but to keep going. And he did. He started experimenting on the Four Dwellers, the enemy. If their bodies could be broken down, their power turned against them, wasn't that their own doing? Wasn't that fair? So he figured out how to twist the Four Dwellers' power into something we could wield. I told him to conquer the weirdness, and in the end, he did. He found a way to make me stronger. Stronger than any man had the right to be. It wasn't just magic. It was something deeper, older. A force that reshaped me. And with it, we won. The war ended. Avalon was ours. The bloodshed stopped. The banners were raised, and the kingdom stood safe. That's the question, isn't it? I keep thinking about Seawall. He was ready to pay the ultimate price for what we were fighting for. And I thought he did. I grieved him. Told myself his sacrifice had meaning, that he had given his life for Avalon. And now, after all these years, finding him like this, I told myself I carried the weight of my choices. But seeing him, I wonder if I ever truly did.
Outside here. Then we should have Caradoc to talk to, and then once we do that, then I think that will be a good stopping point for tonight.
You've got that look again, like you've seen something you wish you hadn't. Another piece of the king's soul reclaimed, right? What did it show you this time? Merlin. Merlin and his obsession with the weirdness. The king thought it could save us. Merlin thought it could be controlled. Together, they were willing to tear the world apart to win. I was a prototype for Merlin's latest idea, immortality. Me and Seawall, the king's loyal pawns. Used and discarded when they found a better way. When they decided to go even deeper into their madness and turn our king into a monster. Seawall was Merlin's first attempt. I was the last. We could say I was lucky, but to say that would take a truly macabre sense of humor, don't you think? Even if he didn't, he should have. He was desperate to win, and desperation doesn't leave room for conscience. Every scream, every scar, even if he didn't see it, he allowed it. That's as good as approving it. Fight back. Against who? Merlin? The king? You don't fight gods when you're just a pawn on their board. You endure. You wait. And when the time comes, you either break, or you're left to clean up their mess. That's what I do. What I've always done. Of course he'd say that. There's always a scapegoat and a convenient excuse for men like him. But it doesn't absolve him. Not when he was the one who unleashed this madness on all of us. He wanted victory, no matter the cost. And when you want something that badly, you stop looking too closely at what's being done in your name. And, after all, who said we were supposed to win this war? Who said we were supposed to survive? The monsters, the weirdness, the chaos, all of it leads back to them. We're left in the ruins of their grand plans, trying to uphold their ideals, fighting for what never was. It's time to bury all these fairy tales in a well-deserved grave. And that's what I do. You've seen what they did, what he did. And that's not the end of the story. It's not the extent of their sins. Find the pieces of his soul. Put him back together, if that's what it takes. And then we, or I alone, if you decide to defy me, can end the cycle. Either way, we will get to his resurrection. I've seen it too many times to believe the cycle will be broken before it happens. But know this, once he's whole, Arthur's power, his mistakes, and his madness will all return. And when that moment comes, I'll be there. Whether to stand with you or step over you. The choice is yours. Just remember that when that happens, and you stand by his side, there won't be room for both of you. Start. You've already started. But if you want the next piece, head to Kunacht. The menhir there is failing, the weirdness swallowing what's left of the village. You will need to find another artifact. The shield our king gave to Palamedes. He was one of the king's finest, a voice of reason amidst the madness. But it didn't save him or his legacy from what they had coming. Find the shield, and then, well, we will meet again. We'll see if your perspective changes.
Okay, let's see here. I should have some points.
It was supposed to be a reminder. The sword was never just steel. It was a symbol of what we stood for. Strength, justice, the will to carve a path forward. A weapon, yes, but also a promise. I wanted them to remember, to fight for those ideals, to uphold them, even when I was gone, even when there was no king left to lead them.
Anything level up? Nope. Alright. Okay. Well, I believe that is it for tonight. Like I said, make sure that you go out and raid defeat all of the bandits around the area. And once you do, people will bandits will be replacement keepers in the Dallarina. Alright, well this has been Lucy the Bold, and see you next Wednesday for Tainted Grail, and Mondays, Fridays, and Sundays for Enshrouded. Thank you very much. And always, it's a pleasure getting your comments, your likes, and your subscriptions. Thank you.